We are from Team Mavericks. Our topic is decentralization. How can mental health service be made more accessible at the community level? We are working on mental health service in Jhinaidoho suburban areas. So, come to the point. Why we choose Jhinaidoho? It's a big reason we choose ঝিনাইদহের মধ্যে আমাদের রিসার্চ করে জানতে পেরেছি সুইসাইড রেটটা খুবই বেশি বাংলাদেশের মধ্যে। এটা হচ্ছে আমাদের মেইন রিজন আমরা ঝিনাইদহকে চুজ করার কারণে। আর এই রিজন আর এই সুইসাইডটা হচ্ছে ইন্ডিকেট করে মেন্টাল হেলথের ক্রুশিয়াল প্রবলেম। আমরা কিছু স্টাডি করে জানতে পেরেছি ঝিনাইদহে 2010 থেকে 2018 সালে 3000-এরও বেশি সুইসাইড কেস পাওয়া গেছে। স্টাডিজ এর মাধ্যমে জানতে পেরেছি হাই রিস্ক এজ গুলোর মধ্যে হচ্ছে 17 থেকে 35 ইয়ার্স ওল্ড, দ্যাটস মিন ইয়ুথরা হচ্ছে ইয়ুথদের মধ্যে আত্মহত্যার প্রবণতাটা খুবই বেশি। এর মেইন কারণ হিসেবে বলতে পারি ঝিনাইদহের মধ্যে মেন্টাল হেলথ সার্ভিসের একটা বড় লেকিংস আছে। আরো কিছু কিছু কারণ আছে, পারিবারিক সমস্যা, তারপরে হচ্ছে লং টার্ম ইলনেস হতে পারে। বেশিরভাগ পারিবারিক ক্ষেত্র থেকে সুইসাইডের কাহিনীগুলো হয়ে থাকে। Now come to the key findings, problems, gap and lackings. Behavior, survivability gap at the community level change, human resource and training gaps. হিউম্যান রিসোর্সের মেন্টাল হেলথের মধ্যে খুবই একটা বড় অবদান রাখে, আর ঝিনাইদহে এটার খুব বড় একটা গ্যাপ রয়েছে। দেন স্টিগমা, হেল্প সিকিং ব্যারিয়ার্স এমন ইয়ুথদের মধ্যে স্টিগমার কারণে বুলিং এর শিকার হওয়ার ভয় থেকে হেল্প সিকিং করতে চায় না। তারপরে আসে রেফারেল অ্যান্ড কন্টিনিউটি প্রবলেমস। এখানে আছে আমাদের ঝিনাইদহ এলাকার মধ্যে ফিজিক্যাল ক্লিনিক অ্যান্ড হচ্ছে ক্লিনিক্যাল সার্ভিসগুলোর সাথে মেন্টাল হেলথ সার্ভিসের কোনো কানেকশন বা ইন্টারাপশন নাই, যেটা কিনা একটা বড় ল্যাকিংস হিসেবে ধরা যায়। নাও আই এম গিভিং ফ্লোর টু মুশিয়া।
Hello everyone, my name is Mirza Moshi and I will be proceeding with the next segment of our presentation. So before we start, I will particularly mention that our operations and the process we will be discussing now has been made on the basis of national directions and the laws mentioning National Health Act 2018 and also National Mental Health Strategies. So the policy aligns with our national strategies. So these are the common strategies we will be following. First will be policy formulation and budget allocation. So through this, we will propose district level budget tagging and yearly planning with the civil surgeon and DC office, workshops and training embedded in Upazila levels. Also, we will ensure patient rights, which was already mentioned, the Mental Health Act 2018. In that, we will maintain confidentiality, informed consent, crisis protocols per the Act. We will try to collaborate with NGOs, local level NGOs and the communities like the Union Porishad, religious leaders, youth clubs and all the local levels organizations. Then we will try to increase digital solvency through basic digital literacy and data packages and devices for frontline workers to run telecom consultants. Now, let's come to the plans. The goal is to reduce unmet needs for basic mental health care among Jhinaidoho. As my partner already mentioned why we chose Jhinaidoho, so also we will be targeting a particular age range that is from 17 to 30. Why this age range? Because in this age range we find the youths plus also the parents. In Jhinaidoho, we have seen that very early age from like 6 to 7 years old children even commit suicide. We will address the parents to understand their psychology and to make them understand why this is actually happening. Now, we have divided our goal into 4 phases, and also the task force, also we have maintained a task force of 12 trained community mental health facilitators and also 4 YPA volunteers and 12 local youth organization volunteers. So all these organizations will be collaborating among themselves to perfectly align with the plans and also execute the plans. And also the service coverage will be workshops, counselings by the expert and digital service, of course. Now, come to the main phase plans. We will have 4 phases as I mentioned. First will be district assessment. In this, we will find the gaps and we will identify the particular districts and what are the problems there. We will particularly find the problems. This will take a budget planning of 3 lakhs and also The second phase, we will do capacity building. In this phase, we will be doing monitoring, we will be doing taking the sessions, we will be visiting schools and colleges and taking the sessions and everything. And then the third phase, this will be the expert counseling. In expert counseling will be delivering clinic-based counseling, school, college workshops, teleconsults, and community outreach. Now, the fourth phase will ensure that there is sustainability in the plan, and this plan will run without our help. It will run on its own. To maintain the sustainability, we will take feedbacks from the youth. We will get reports after every 6 months, and we will also make sure that the process is running clearly by the help of local level NGOs and local level organizations. And we will take reports from them. Now, let's come to the empowering local NGOs, which is very important, and the civil society. Our plan is to decrease the pressure on the government and to empower the NGOs since they have the local, they are in the local area and they have the capacity to actually do some impact. So, we will be focusing on them and collaborating with them. We have proposed a 12-month capacity building grants with 5 local NGOs for youth outreach, case management, and supervision. And we will be also making sure that some clinic counseling is handed over to the NGO contracts. Through this, we will decrease the pressure on the government. And also, we will create a Jhinaidahu Mental Health Consortium to coordinate NGOs, public, youth groups, and religious leaders, and also the police in case of crisis response. And micro grants for peer groups, seed funding for youth peer support groups. Now, the risk analysis and mitigation. Through this, we will be finding the risk, addressing the main stigmas in the area. As we have already mentioned by the judges that mental health still remains a stigma and a taboo. Through this council and everything, we will make sure that everyone understands the importance of mental health, and this becomes a day-to-day phenomena for everyone. And also in all these processes, we have maintained the SDGs, and we have maintained SDG 3, which includes the health, SDG 4, which includes school awareness, SDG 10, which maintains equity, and SDG